Let me guess, you started your business because you wanted more freedom. But now it feels like the business owns you. It runs your life. It takes over every day. It runs you absolutely ragged and it is relentless. Well, today I am going to explain why that's happening and help you find some really simple steps to clear it. I'm Paula Cohen from Tailory and I have been helping business owners just like you to run their businesses in a more streamlined, more profitable, productive and pride-giving way for the last 17 years. So let's talk about this feeling of being overwhelmed by your business and constantly pulled from pillar to post. One of the reasons that this happens, the main reason that this happens is because you are trying to be all things to all people. You are literally wearing every hat in the business. When you first start out, then absolutely you are the person who has to do everything. But as your business grows, there are three very distinct roles that emerge. This is all beautifully articulated by Michael Gerber in The E-Myth. So if you've not read that, definitely recommend it. But basically, there are three core hats in your business. There is the technician who is doing the work. They're delivering the work for the customer. And that's absolutely who you have to be when you first start your business. The second role is the manager, the person who is trying to create consistency and systems and those good foundations in the business. And that's what you tend to do once you've been in business for a few months or a year or two. And then there is the strategist, the entrepreneur. And this is the person who defines the strategy, the goals, the objectives, and the growth plan for the business. And when you are stuck trying to wear all three of those hats, firstly, it's no surprise that things can feel overwhelming, that you feel run ragged. But what it also says is the most likely role that gets shoved to the back is the strategist. But what that means is that you end up stuck in this cycle of taking action, working harder and harder and harder, but without a plan, without a clear strategy, without an idea of how you will eventually streamline these things, how you will outsource or offload, and how you will reduce your own workload. There's a simple truth in business that every time you want to add something or start doing something new, you have to find something to stop or to reduce because you have a finite amount of time. This is why things get overwhelming, because you try to do more and more and more. If you're going to focus on that strategist role, you have to find ways to let other people help you. You have to find ways to streamline everything that goes on in the business, but you also have to get honest about what you do need to do and what you don't need to do. So that's the first key thing, is thinking about which hats are you wearing and how can you be more dedicated to strategy so that there is real purpose behind the actions that you take and impact behind them, rather than just running yourself ragged, stuck on that hamster wheel. The second thing to think about is building really simple, repeatable systems into your business that will just help you streamline everything and create consistency. These don't have to be complicated. It can be really simple things like daily checklists or weekly checklists. That could be a daily reminder to check all of your different messaging inboxes, weekly checklists about elements of marketing, checklists about what you need to check in with on your team, where you're up to with your clients. You can use great systems like Trello, Asana, not TikTok, but find those systems that really work for you, that help you build in that consistency and that simplicity. What those systems do is they give you time back, they clear out some of the chaos in the brain, but they also help you to delegate or outsource a lot more because you've got predictability and visibility of where things are at. So you need those simple systems to then help you offload some of those tasks and reduce your own overwhelm. The third thing to do, and this is tricky, it's to get really clear on what's non-negotiable versus what's a nice to do. So as a really simple explanation, do you actually need to post on 5 different social media channels today when you still don't have any marketing targets or a real marketing strategy? Or would you actually be better doing less activity this week and getting that clear plan and strategy in place? So your strategic stuff should actually be the non-negotiable, and the doing the do is more likely actually to be a nice to do. Thinking about being all things to all people is just going to run you ragged. So really think about strategy and making that non-negotiable rather than just obsessing about action. And then the final thing to think about is treating yourself as a client. This is something I talk about a lot, something I drill into my own clients. Your most important customer is your own business, because the better your business is, the more people you can help, the better you will help them, the more impact you will have, the more jobs that you will create, the more work that you can produce, but without it being that much harder for you. So think about how you deliver to a client. You never cancel a meeting. You don't change your mind about something you said you were going to do because your energy's not quite at the right level or something else has come up instead. So treat your own business development with just as much importance as you treat delivery to a client, and you will see that shift massively in terms of getting things done for your business, streamlining, simplifying your business, reducing that overwhelm so it all feels so much more manageable and so much more purposeful. If you are somebody that really does struggle with the overwhelm in business and would love some help to get past that, get in touch with me at Paula at tailor8.co.uk, and let's see how I can help.